Wanderers, welcome to the Wondering Dutchmen podcast, proudly brought to you by our buddy John Songer and the Gaslight and that delicious, delicious pizza they got.
Hi, it's John from the Gaslight. Just kidding. But John from the Gaslight is bringing you this episode of the Wondering Dutchman. The Gaslight, located on historic 4th Street in Huntingburg, is your go-to spot for good food, great pizza, and cold beer. John wanted us to remind you that the Gaslight is also your go-to spot for holiday parties. It doesn't even have to be a holiday party. You can host a team, birthday, or class reunion in the back room. The Gaslight will also help your organization raise funds through pizza fundraisers. And you can't forget about bar catering for your next private event. Give John a call today. Also, if you're looking to make a little vacation, holiday, or even beer money on the side, John would like to talk to you about working at the Gaslight. Inquire today.
The Wondering Dutchman podcast,
where none of us are Dutch, but we all live in Holland, Indiana. Join us where we talk about what we all wonder about. This is the Wondering Dutchman podcast, coming to you from Smoker's Lounge.
The Wondering Dutchman. Yeah, yeah. The Wondering Dutchman. Yeah, yeah.
Here we go.
I feel like it gets worse every week.
Oh, stop it. Welcome to the Wandering Dutchman podcast. I am Esquire. Today's episode is brought to you proudly by the Gaslight. Go see John and them. It's getting to be fall time. Go out and catch a pizza and a beer before a football game or a sporting event. Or hell, you don't feel like cooking? Just go up there to the Gaslight. They'll get you taken care of. Like I said, I am Esquire, and I'm joined here by two handsome-looking devils. Sitting in the middle with the rose-colored glasses, the turquoise turtle, and you better believe it, the turquoise rings. It's our buddy by way of Richmond, Indiana, David Allen Smoker.
Hello, hello.
Sitting across from me, sporting the Hoosiers, where he would tell you that he went there 5 years without ever attending a class, which is a shame. He could have got educated, I believe. But it's our buddy, City of Huntingburg's most valuable employee with the turtle shell-colored glasses, and still rocking that kind of summer light hair up top there, Smoke Dragon. It's our buddy, by way of Holland, Indiana, Mr. Zachary, David Masner.
Hey, guys.
Fellas, how we doing?
Wonderful.
Doing all right.
Real good.
Oh, that's good.
Really
We got a little bit of the fall weather going on here.
Hell yeah.
Looks like we may be in it for a little bit, which is exciting.
Love it.
Not a whole lot going on in the Lindemann household. We've been, just doing the school thing. School seems to be going well. We had parent-teacher conferences.
How'd that go?
Good. It was good. I think my wife and I take two different approaches to parent-teacher conferences. I really rock in the realm of if there's something serious wrong, they'll tell us.
Yep.
Other than that, she's got a lot of other people with kids that are probably shitheads that need more time. We need to roll in, roll out. Now, that may not be accurate.
Did anybody tell you that your kids would be average?
I don't think that's happened yet.
Mm-hmm. Okay, just wondering.
Oh.
It happened to us.
Oh, really?
If you can believe that.
There's nothing average about you, buddy.
No, it wasn't me. It was about one of my kids when they were like in 3rd grade or 2nd or 3rd grade. Like, yeah, they'll be average when they grow up.
Yeah, that's always reassuring.
Like, how do you know that?
Well,
you have like a crystal ball under your desk or something there, Brainiac?
Probably not. I had an idea for parent-teacher conferences, though.
Yeah.
I think parents ought to be able to either bring a beer or cocktail with them, and so the teachers just got their own flow going. But I think if you made it more of a social gathering, I don't think parents would.
I think you can take a beer in if it's in a, like a tumbler and nobody'd know.
Yeah, that's probably true.
We only had one parent-teacher conference this year because, like, in the middle school, they don't do that. It's just like a meet-the-parent type thing. And the one
meet the parents or meet the teacher?
Meet the teachers.
Okay.
And they did. We had one parent-teacher conference, and it lasted 4 minutes.
Nice.
I think ours was pretty quick.
Yeah.
We talked to Miss Matthews just more about other things going on. And
yeah, Jenna zipped down there and beat me home from wherever I went.
Mm-hmm.
I think I just had to run children's around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it wasn't long, I don't think, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Grass is tall.
Yeah.
Need to get some diesel.
I need to get some mowing done.
I
I haven't mowed in a month.
I noticed it looking a little shaggy.
I haven't mowed in a month.
I didn't
No
want to
needs
put
to
diesel
work.
cans in the old Yukon and stank it up on the inside. And I haven't had my truck all week, so.
Oh yeah.
Well, you mean
I got one of them racks, the research rack.
Oh, so do I. I got one of those.
You can use
for the
that.
golf cart.
You know, the old HJBs, they don't want to be riding in non-style when it
Right.
comes to trap shooting.
Right.
Yeah, I built a rack to help facilitate the, the hardware back there, so it's a little more, organized.
Yeah.
We're still holding third place.
Oh,
This is
Nice.
the second or third week of third place. Now, out of 15 teams, only 3 of us have showed up to shoot every week. So those other teams, if they get their makeup shots in, we might not be third anymore. But for now,
You're doing well.
hey,
doing well.
consistency is key.
I know. And I showed up last on Tuesday. Trap House won, and I'm the first shooter. First round, 5. Second round, 5. Third round, 5. Fourth round, 5. Fifth round, missed the first 4 sons of bitches.
Wow.
I mean, you shoot at each house. 10.
5.
Oh, damn. So you didn't miss any in them first
Not
few.
the first 4, and then I got to the fifth
Wow.
one, and
Then
that
just
was the last one. I got up there, and
tanked
the
real
fella
hard.
keeping score is like, "No, that was a good showing, but what in the hell happened there?" I was like, "You guys got something dicked up out here in this last station."
So is it kind of like your first shooter's your A shooter, like top gun?
I think you want your cleanup shooter last. Well, I don't know. Our cleanup shooter's been last. Dougie's beaten me a little bit. He's beat me by a position or 2 in the individual standings.
Yeah. Who's the all-star on the
It'd be
HJBs?
Doug, I guess, because he's leading the points.
Neighbor Doug. Who's team captain?
I think I am.
Are you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he is the facilitator. He was the organizer of the whole squad.
This is true.
Yeah.
This
And
is
I
true.
have the HJB mobile.
I think we ought to get that thing wrapped. Get
I
you
was
guys.
thinking, I got a little rust patch. I think I'm going to keep it now.
Well, yeah.
Because I like it.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
It gets
It's awesome.
I've been wearing out because it's got a CD player. I ain't got too many CDs. So the station I've been listening to the most this week is 99.1.
Yeah.
out of
Juan.
Vincennes?
One.
Radio Juan.
That's
Oh,
it.
no. That's
I
not
listened
the
to
one-
it.
No,
It's out
the
of
one out of
Evansville.
Vincennes is 91.
91.1. The
99
Blazer.
Juan. Radio Juan.
That's it.
Jasper, Indiana. 104.7. 99 Juan. Juan.
And then it gives the AM station like 500.
Yeah. 7.
Anyway,
yeah.
What kind of tunes do they play there?
Hispanic.
Mhm.
99.1.
Didn't remember.
Juan Radio.
Well, I didn't
Juan.
know if you were just
No.
the way
that's-
you appropriate culture. Sometimes I
Oh,
don't
that's
know.
how the guy says. Radio
Like
Juan.
that's what it pops up on the screen on the Yukon is Juan Radio.
That's wild.
It goes off from like 10 o'clock or something in the morning, and then Dave Ramsey comes on for like
Oh,
2
boy.
hours.
Oh,
And then it goes back to Radio Juan.
Oh boy.
yeah, because it's rocking and rolling when I'm driving to work.
Cesar
and coming
listens
home.
to every truck you get into. Cesar's got that on there.
Yeah, good
I
old
think-
Cesar.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. Yeah.
Just the beat. You feel the beat.
Yeah.
You got anything going on?
Just want to take a minute to thank you for hosting us up at the porch
Oh
party.
yeah,
It was a
glad you
good
guys
time.
could make it.
Yeah. Hell
Seeing Ben, and haven't seen him in a hot minute.
Benny Bear?
Benny
Yeah.
Bear and his wife, and then the McHughes kicking it up there, watching a little bit, hanging
Especially
out.
after Alabama took the L.
Yeah, tough spot.
He's a good sport about
tough
that.
spot.
Who
But
beat
then
Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I was there for that one.
Could you imagine being in Broadway?
When they took
carried
the
that
goalpost
thing
to the river.
Down
3
Broadway to
miles.
the river.
3 miles they
Now,
carried
what's
that
the
son
point
a
of
bitch.
that? Destroying their own field.
Their own
there.
goddamn field. They said that they were fined. NCAA hit them with like $100,000 already.
No problem out of them pocketbooks.
No way.
Huh.
But then after the porch party, me and the warden went over to another friend's house and got to hang out with 3 or 4 actually of some of the most, I don't even know how to describe it, but like some real badass mother truckers, dude. Like they were part of the 4th Marines in the Battle of Ramadi. They're magnificent bastards. A friend of mine served over there for that. He's the Indiana president, one of the field members of the TFO, the Fallen Outdoors, Mr. Craig Atkins. He had a awesome Jeep run, they said, for the first year. Like 25 or 30 some Jeeps show up for their benefit there for the Fallen Outdoors. That's an organization where they reintroduce veterans back into the outdoors, hunting and fishing and stuff like that. So got to go over and hang out and meet those dudes that he served with. Some dude, they told some stories, and I tell you what, the Marines they ain't afraid of it. That's for sure.
No.
They definitely hammered down there. But Sunday, then once again, big thank you to our buddy Esquire there for hooking us up with the
that's right.
VIP passes for the Corn Ferry tour.
Yeah.
So got to take my wife this time. She really enjoyed herself. She said she wished we would have walked around and watched a little bit more golf, but I said, honey, the Pete Dyer is not very much of a spectator style course, babe. We would have probably had to bring our hiking boots for that section of the course.
Well, I mean, she doesn't listen to the show, but you could go to 3 or 4 spots and watch, because like where Janelle and I and Spencer went back there by 9, you could watch them tee off on 9 and finish. You could watch them finish on 8 because that was the par 3. And then you could see them coming up on 7.
Right.
And then you could damn near turn around and watch them tee off on 11 or 10. I'm sorry, excuse me. But it's you gotta move the toes a little bit to get going.
But yeah, no, good food, good drink. We had a good time, and then
Well, and our buddy Red got engaged.
yeah, he did. Yeah, up there on
dog.
the big rocks there. That was really good picture.
Just because you get engaged up there does not mean you get to host your wedding up there.
I
at
did
a reduced
see.
rate.
I did get to meet his fiance.
Yeah.
and I gave her my best wishes and
Yeah, she's in it right now.
told her congratulations and everything. She said she was having a really good day, one of the best days she's had in a while. So
Yeah,
she's fighting the
I
old
think
cancer.
I saw the
battle, too,
post
so.
that she's on the 4th treatment of 6, and
Yeah.
I think that she had posted that she had some good news when they
Yeah.
rescanned that it was
Right.
shrinking.
Right.
So
So
knock on wood and prayers up above it. That keeps
right.
going.
That's right. What about you, Smoke?
Oh, I ain't got much. Just been working. Working and chauffeuring the youngsters there.
been doing a lot of that.
Might be the end of taking the old Harley and
I'm so
potentially
upset about this.
trading her for a side by side.
Yeah, we gotta do what we gotta do.
Throw the missus in and the kids in.
Family. Yep.
And, more opportunities for exploring, I think.
I
on
hate
that.
to see it go, but
God, you're such a handsome bastard riding it. You
I
know
know.
what's going to happen, though? You're going to get the fever, and then you're going to say, I wish I still had my bike.
I thought there for a while earlier in the summer about maybe trading it or selling it and then getting like what's the word? An
1200
enduro.
Sportster.
Yeah.
No, like an enduro, something that I can. As pretty as that bike is, I think that
Sportster.
might have been the worst thing that I did because
I grew up
I
on a
don't like
Sportster.
being on the gravel or the dirt, and it takes a lot to keep her clean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I was thinking, I just need something I can thrash around on these gravel roads.
Rip and tear.
But maybe we got to see what they're going to do for it. They might. not
Yeah,
offer
we're
felt
putting the cart before the
Nothing's
horse.
gone, yeah.
Putting the cart here before the horse. So,
but you never know.
hey, there we go. That was good catching up. And that catching up was brought to you by our buddy Logan Clark and Lights by Logan, who we found out that Lights by Logan is the official light provider for our friends over there at Celebration Ice. And, if you are wanting to put up Christmas decorations, but you don't want to do it,
Right.
call them.
Yep.
They do good work. And if there is a wanderer out there that I'm speaking freely here. You tell me if it's a bad idea or
Speaking
not.
freely.
If we have listeners that call Lights by Logan and have Logan Clark and the crew do Christmas lights, we may do a tree hopping if you're in the surrounding counties. Can we agree to that?
Well, here's the problem. We said we were going to do that last year, and we never did.
Yeah. Well, we're starting this in October, so we're starting it with plenty of time. But if you hire Lights by Logan and he confirms, you may have us show up in some ugly Christmas sweaters, and we'll share a drink.
There
and then
is
we'll
no
move on.
reason why we have to make this big elaborate plan to get in a car with a sober driver and drive around and have some drinks. Like we could just do that.
10 and a 5.
Yeah.
Hey, depending
there
on
we
what
go.
time of year, I'll have a sober driver like December 12th.
Well,
Yeah.
Christmas time is when
Yeah,
we
so
would
we'll
treat.
be all set. But anyways,
Kind of weird to have a Christmas tree up right now, David.
Well, some people
I was just
probably
saying,
do.
by then we will have a sober
Good.
driver.
Yeah.
Good deal.
So thank you, Lights by Logan, and we appreciate it.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Wait a minute. It's only October. But our buddy Logan Clark with Lights by Logan wants you to be in the Christmas spirit this year by decorating your home with lights and other holiday decorations. Let Lights by Logan take the pain out of a holiday decorating and let them do all the work for you. From install to taking down, they do it all. The schedule is filling up fast as Logan and crew service DuBois and the surrounding counties. Give Logan of Lights by Logan a call today at 812-631-4700.
Big fella, what are you wondering about?
Well, my first topic tonight is about pack rats.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason that I bring up pack rats is because today was the first day of the 2024 fall cleanup in Huntingburg, where we basically opened it up for the citizens of Huntingburg to show us a utility bill to prove their residency, and then they bring in all their junk stuff that they want to get rid of. No construction debris, and no electronics, no TVs, no monitors, no computers.
What about batteries?
No.
Mattresses?
Yes, mattresses, couches, chairs.
Did you get anything good in there? Like something that you ought to bring home?
Here's where I'm at. So with that being said, like a pack rat, is like, I don't really think we need to bring up the definition, but
No, I think everybody knows.
yeah. But would you
Hoarder.
Would you?
I think hoarder has a negative connotation.
So does pack rat.
Pack
Does
rat,
it?
I don't think's as bad. Do you think it's worse than hoarder?
No, I think it's one and the same.
Yeah.
I think it's just another name for the same thing.
Someone who loves to collect things and hates to get rid of them.
You just never know when you're going to need it.
That's exactly right.
So, but the definition of hoarder is a person who hoards things.
If you got to use the word in the definition,
Similar,
that's problematic.
collector, saver, gatherer, accumulator, magpie, squirrel.
I think hoarder is more of a psychological diagnosis.
Well, that's what they portray on that TV show, Hoarders.
Yeah.
I mean, some
And
would.
truth be told, that's probably not really hoarding. That's just living in filth.
Yes.
That's true.
Like saving all your milk jugs. If you wash them out and save them, that could be hoarding or pack ratting. But
That's what I do.
what they do on those
Make
shows
my own
is
ice.
like cockroaches crawling over like
They live in their
piles
own
of
feces and
Yeah,
urine.
that's not hoarding.
Shit
That's,
in a bucket and leave it in the corner type
that
stuff.
cat that died 6 years ago. that's in the bucket.
Anyway,
we had a neighbor lady that had just stacks and stacks every newspaper she ever got. She was like 85 in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
She had a clean home. Like it was vacuumed. It wasn't dusty, but there were just stacks of newspapers that you had to kind of maze.
brother Christian in Huntingburg,
Uh-huh.
his parents lived right next to one, and there was probably a solid 2 to 3 feet. Like you had to duck to go through doorways in a couple of.
Well, what was over a door?
What do you mean?
No, the floor.
floor.
had-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were hanging it from the ceiling.
2 to 3 feet of basura,
What's that?
garbage, trash on the floor, to where like you had to like duck through to go through different to room to room.
Gives me the icks.
And they would back up into the corner and shit, like they would poop.
And just right there.
Yeah, like there was a pile, like a poop cone. Yeah,
Oh boy.
it was.
See, that's not a
gross.
hoarder.
Yeah, it's filth. It's
Yeah,
gross.
that's not a hoarder.
Anyway, that's not what I'm talking about.
No,
what are
That's
you talking
100% talking about.
What are you talking
What
about?
I'm talking about is if you've ever been to a place where people were bringing things. So, like, if you were at, let's just say this for conversation's sake, because it is insanely illegal to do and it's morally wrong to do. But if you were just to like camp out at St. Vincent de Paul's public drop-off center, over there,
Yeah.
and then just kind of like watch the stuff as they came in and think, God dang, that'd be nice, and take it. Or like if somebody ever says, hey, I got this freaking,
Got this TV I just took off the wall and I don't want it. You want
you want it?
it? Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah, I'll take it. You know what I mean? Or like, hey, I got this, insert item. Do you want it?
Mm-hmm.
And I just wanted to know, like, do you know, number one, do you know any pack rats? And number two, have you ever delved into a little pack ratting yourself?
Oh, sorry, guys. I got a curb feeler nose whisker. That's
Oh, those are tough.
I get the mustache hairs that kind of get a
Well,
squirrely hair.
that's the thing. I got a nose hair that's hitting a mustache hair.
Yeah.
They're kind of fighting for the
I
same
get it.
space.
I get it.
Yeah,
I get
it's
it.
tough.
That happens all the time.
Oh, while Dave's doing that, I'll go ahead and answer it. I would say to an extent that I am a little bit of a pack rat,
Hell yeah, bro.
and I get it honestly. Now, my father, who listens to the show, would probably disagree if I called him a pack rat, but he very much and I very much live in the vein of you never know when you're going to need it someday. So why throw it away? There's no telling how many loose nuts, washers, bolts, stuff that just realistically, like when you put some furniture together and they give you a couple, like,
oh yeah.
hold on to those. There's no telling how many of the same size Allen wrenches I got.
That fastener organizer in the garage that Dave helped me. So we're getting there, but I may or may not have a huge problem with this topic.
Yeah, because
And Dave was like, there are 455 different Allen head screws and nuts and washers and shit in these that are still literally in those. What are those things called?
The blister packs?
The blister packs,
Yeah.
or the cardboard back thing that
Yeah.
you got to rip open to get out of there. Like, where do they come from? I don't know.
No, you said you wanted help clean it up. I keep the same things here.
Well, yeah.
And it wasn't my shit. So
The
I was
main-
like,
you
sure,
got no
throw it
problem
away.
tossing it out.
The main difference between a pack rat and a hoarder is that a hoarder has extreme difficulty parting with possessions, while pack rats may have too many things but can recognize the need to declutter. So like a hoarder would just think that, there's nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong with
No, I do get pissed off every once in a
Yes.
blue moon looking for something, or like right now,
Yes.
my workbenches are spillingeth over again.
Mm-hmm.
But you talk about keeping shit. Just last summer, sometime the van's window track system broke and the window fell.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to buy a whole new assembly. So I changed it all. Well, the motor still worked. So I kept the motor because you never know when you're going to need a small,
Right.
motor to maybe I wanted to make a rotisserie for
Right.
squirrels or chipmunks.
You never know.
And so I got it over there.
So I definitely, like today, I brought home
Atta boy.
a brand new mole trap that was still in the box. Like it had been opened, of course, but like it was just like a galvanized mole trap that you put in the ground with the spikes. You set it with the spring, and it's got that feeler wire. Like you put it over one of their active runs,
Yeah.
and then the like when they hit it, it goes down and skewers them.
No.
So I got a brand new one of those in the box, and one of the original
you tell me jarts and I'm going to.
igloo wheelie cooler, like with the
Oh.
handle, that wheelie cooler, and it looked like it was brand new. Like it looked like it had just been washed out with soap.
Clean it up and then throw it away.
I literally,
I bet you could have found a Christmas tree, a pre-lit Christmas
well,
tree.
we had two today that came in parts, like they were throwing shit away. There was a full ass trampoline brought in today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
You didn't grab the net. You know what that net's good for?
tell me,
You turn that into doors for the side-by-side.
damn.
That's a good material for
Yeah.
doors, or a little like topper for the bed there.
Yeah, be kind of neat. Yeah, corny. I don't know why I said that.
Kind of neat.
Last year, a woman brought in a humongous length of like really heavy ass nylon rope,
Hell
like
yeah.
like old school boat rope. That was
Yellow?
No, it was white, but it's not. Maybe it wasn't nylon. It's the
Cotton.
yeah, like a real good shit. And I use that bastard all the time.
What do you need a fucking rope for anyway?
It's just fucking rope. But anyway, I cut that big ass pine tree down on the corner. Hornet come over and shimmied that bastard up in the tree and tied it to the Tahoe. And I mean, I had that thing in 4 low, the Tahoe, and that thing was starting to bend over when I went to cut my back cut off the wedge.
Just chop the
And
line.
that same woman came in today with some stuff, and I told her, I said, I have to tell you something, and it's going to sound extremely weird, but do you remember throwing away that big rope last year? And she said, oh yeah, I told you guys, that you guys could get some use out of this. I bet you. And I said, I use that thing all the time. And she said, well, that's great. It makes me happy. That's really good. Because I don't know. I think maybe her husband was no longer with us or something like that. And she's just like, I have no use for these things anymore, and she just bring them down here. But 9 times out of 10, a lot of people bring shit down there to get rid of because A, they're tired of looking at it, and B, because it's cheap to get rid of. But I mean,
so what do you pay to go through there?
So like a truckload's $10.
Oh, we did something similar in Holland.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's identical. They get 2 big roll-off dumpsters and a backhoe.
Can you volunteer to help with that?
I mean, I'm sure you could. Yeah. But that's what I'm getting
Because there was a couple grills down there, and I was like, God dang, I could turn them into
You would
something.
not believe. So Jason Beatles, God love him.
Yeah.
He doesn't listen to this show very much, but if you ever see him out,
Everybody he knows does.
everybody he knows does. But that son of a buck is tighter than bark on that tree out there. And I bet you if you ever go up to Beaver Lake, he's got a nice spot up there with a camper and right there on the lake. I bet you every lawn chair. I bet he did not pay for any of the lawn chairs that sits in.
Hey, one man's trash is another man's treasure.
And that's what I was going. That's what I'm trying to get at. Like, would you do it? Like, could you do that
For
anything? Like, if you were somewhere when someone was going to throw it away, if you were running trash, maybe not at the dump site, like where your household trash goes, but like if you were going to go out to Chops, like you could go to the landfill on a Saturday with a bunch of just junk that you don't need anymore.
Yeah.
And you seen some feller backing in there with something that just grabs your eye, like a shiny new penny. Would you be like, hey, whoa, 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 whoa? I'll take that. Would you ever do that? Would you guys ever do that? I know you would, but would you ever do that?
I mean, if it's something I really wanted,
Right.
yeah, I would. I mean, I'd at least inquire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't have any problem.
I just think
like
that
big electric motors, I mean, those are. I mean, they're
you
just
get the copper out of
Hell
it.
yeah. But if you can get them running,
yeah.
you find an old 3-phase motor that's not running good, and you get that SOB running, and you run it with a single-phase motor, and then it puts 3-phase out.
Oh,
the
you're
other end.
geeking out, Dave.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can make a phase converter.
Phase
Right.
converter with that flex
Yeah. Capacitor.
The
Yeah,
old
capacitor.
push capacitor.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I know that I have trouble with it. Throw that ink pen on the ground.
He did. But some of that too, like your example there, the guy at the landfill. I bet there's some people in this world that you went up and said, "Hey, do you want that
$10.
anymore?" And yeah, that's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, go ahead and throw it away, and then
I
I'll
work
fish
with
it
one.
out.
I work with one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a couple of those.
Yeah, and I'm
Like, if you're gonna
"You
throw it
piece of
away."
shit. You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean you had it in the dumpster? And yeah, for sure, I know.
$10. Yeah, that's a good topic, man.
Anyway, that's what I was thinking about.
Get down there to Huntingburg City Park for all your shopping needs.
Yeah, no shit.
Big Mace's got a convenience store down there.
We shut that down. We had a couple dumpster divers come in a few years ago, and we ain't doing that no more. Anyway,
Yeah.
so what are you thinking about, buddy?
Storm chasers.
Yeah,
So
Got one at work.
this coming
a
week,
real one. Awesome.
So when you listen to this, well, just know that there's a trip to Florida to that swamp dump. Terrible place to
I
be.
hope you don't wind up with like typhoid fever or anything like that, man.
Why?
Well, because then you would die, and then we wouldn't be able to have this podcast anymore. What do you mean? Why do I hope you don't get typhoid fever?
Well, where am I
'Cause
going to
it's
get
terrible.
typhoid at?
Shithole in
swamp.
Florida.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, sorry. I was like,
Keep
oh, my
up,
God.
Brainiac.
But anyways, I've been doing a lot of hurricane watching because our friends down in Florida, they've dealt with Milton, and then they've dealt with
Helene was first.
Helene was first,
and then Milton.
So
Milton
how'd
was
they go
just
from
their,
Helene to Milton? Because I thought it was alphabetical order.
It is, but it's it is alphabetical order. But how it works is like right now there's one called Leslie, which was after Milton, but it's like out in the Atlantic by just outside of Africa. Like it's going to go to nowhere. So they name them when they formulate or create, but a lot of them you don't hear about.
They alternate. They alternate gender names too.
Gender and
Yeah.
letter. That's
So
why
like
the
the
next
bo-
one was Nadine.
Yeah, because Helene, right? Helene
Yeah,
was
but
the
then you would have
female.
had like a Jack, a Krista,
Yeah,
a Louis, and then Milton,
yeah.
then
El
Nadine.
Miton.
Yeah. So,
Hurricane Miton. El Miton.
but anyways, what I've found online is a group of local natives, in Florida that are storm chasers for these hurricanes. And there's
Local natives?
local natives, yeah.
Local to here or local to Florida?
Local to Florida.
Oh,
Kind of like our buddy Mile High on St. George Island.
Yeah.
He's not a storm chaser. He
You
just
should look
wrote it
him
out.
up while you're down there.
Yeah, well, maybe.
His name's Travis. He works at Survivors.
And so it is, but these guys, they watch the storms. They got enough meteorological knowledge. I think I just pulled that out there a little bit.
Wow.
It was a little rough, but to know kind of like what's going on, they can look at some of that stuff, but then they ride into it. And it's hurricane storm chasers and it's tornado storm chasers. And I think both of them would be just a freaking thrill when you land one.
Yeah.
I mean,
they made movies about it.
Who
yeah.
are you talking about?
One that I've been hot on.
Reed Timmer?
No. One
'Cause
that
he's
I've,
not a Florida local. Is it Ryan Hall, y'all?
no, Mike's weather page.
Oh, okay. Yeah, real original. Okay.
That's what it is.
Got his zippy ring. What are you going to call your social media? Hell, I don't know. I was thinking Mike's weather page.
But this guy's got 2.2 million followers and he's not following anybody.
Well, shit, yeah, he does. It's Mike's weather page.
But he just has a bunch of different stuff. But then he also gets
oh, goddamn, he's been around since 2004.
Yeah.
He's got a whole amateur video blog and a weather. Oh, God, how do you say this name? AGGREGATOR aggregator?
Yeah.
Is that how you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's that mean? Weather aggregator?
It means he takes together a bunch of information, simplifies,
No shit.
puts it all
Wow.
kind of to paint the picture.
Oh, you got him on Twitter too?
Yeah, Twitter and
Oh,
Facebook. X, yeah. But he I think there was some pictures of him rolling through it, some actual photos.
Right.
I mean, he's driving through it and it just live storm
So
chasing inside major
follow-
hurricane.
I follow Reed Timmer, and Reed Timmer was
What's his page? Something catchy?
Reed's weather page.
no. I don't really know if he just goes by his first name, Reed Timmer, PhD. He's actually a meteorologist, but he's got a
Pretty hard drinker. You guys ever hear that song I wrote called PhD?
No,
Yeah,
maybe I have. Yeah, but he's got a.
on YouTube.
He was the Dominator.
The Dominator! Reed Timmer, the Dominator!
He was one of the original ones on the tornado show where they had the TIVs, the tornado intercept vehicles that were all armored up. And they had the spikes that went down in the ground and shit like that. Well, then I think one of the dudes, which I think we've talked about this before, one of the guys on that show was actually killed by a debris in one of the storms. But this dude's all over the world. Like he's all over the country chasing tornadoes and shit like that. Well, he was in they were more so after the tornadoes, like in Clewiston and like the Central Florida tornadoes that were offshoots of Milton. So, but then I guess after the tornadoes kind of dissipated before the eye was getting ready to make landfall, they went down to the coast of, I don't know, Sarasota or one of the
Coast of Florida down there.
yeah, on the inner coast, I guess you would say, like the Gulf side.
Yeah.
And they were right on a seawall, like taking the surge and everything, videoing, and then they ended up having to get back in their car because the wind was it was bad. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I bet we'd make great storm watchers.
Oh yeah, if we had a porch.
Well, we're like a slightly enlarged VW. Like I feel like we got enough mass to keep it low and tight to
keep
the
it
ground.
low, tight to the ground.
Really?
They that's just like those guys from the Weather Channel. Janelle and I were watching last night.
Marshiaki? Steve Cantori? Like those
Steve
guys?
Cantor, yeah, like those guys. I mean, they're not necessarily storm chasers,
Right.
but they're right there at ground zero of this
Anderson
going
Cooper got hit in the face by looked like a flying
Squirrel?
on. Salmon.
No, God damn it! No, it was there's no salmon in Florida,
Well, there is if it came from somewhere else.
right?
could.
But no, it was like a road sign or like a
Cow.
yeah. No, it was like a no parking sign or something.
Got-
Smoked him right in the face.
Like square? Or like
yeah,
did it
so
get
the
him on
Tampa
like a
Bay,
line?
shut up, David. This Tampa Rays baseball stadium was the whole roof was.
Well, they want a new one anyway, so that's
Yeah.
what'll help get them that.
Boy.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was up there loosening it for them.
Said there was 10 dead so far. And
Well, that's not funny.
no, 10 dead.
Well, and
and
that's what makes me wonder. Like these guys that are like right there taking pictures, like because that's where all these pictures come from. There's people that are
they told the people that were going to stay, that chose to stay, where the anticipated landfall for the eye to hit, like you will not, like do not call 911.
Yeah,
We ain't coming.
Because we ain't coming until it's clear for us to come there.
Yeah.
Like if you choose to stay, just know that there will be no emergency services for you until it's deemed okay.
I think I'd probably be an old codger that would just stay.
Yeah.
Like if it's my time, it's my time. Maybe
Right.
I'll hit Anderson Cooper in the face on my way by.
Yeah.
Well, I love how the rumor circulated. There was a guy that ran by. The guy was doing a live hit on the Weather Channel, and it's like raining and windy, and a guy runs by, and somebody's like, "Oh, it's Baker Mayfield."
That was a few. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've seen the ones before where the dudes are like getting beat with rain.
And
And then some dude's just like walking his dog behind
little
him.
Pomeranian.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know. I've been following the weather closely, and here's an interesting question for you. Would you rather deal with hurricanes or tornadoes?
I don't know. It probably depends on the situational.
I don't know, man. Tornadoes are usually very devastating, but it's usually a pretty narrow path, and there's no flooding involved. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Hurricane Asheville, Hurricane Helene, and all that shit. You know what I mean? Not only did they have the devastating wind, Asheville didn't get up by wind.
No, it was
They
the flooding.
got all the water, like that wall of water coming down through there and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And then obviously with Katrina in Louisiana, where the whole state and the whole city of New Orleans is however many feet below sea level already, and then that storm surge. I mean, God, it made it so far inland that you couldn't. You were toast.
Well, and that's what because you hear a lot about the surge talk, and it's just amazing. It showed like, hey, this is what a 10-foot surge looks like, and you're like,
Wow.
that's a top of the stop sign there, and that's running wildly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I asked a Floridian that he goes, I'd rather deal with a hurricane. He said, you guys up here, them tornadoes, you never know where in the hell they're going to be.
Yeah, but 95% of the time, if you know where a tornado's coming, you go into your basement, you ride it
If
out.
you ain't got no basement.
Well, then you go somewhere where you can ride it out, and it's over in 5 minutes. 9 times out of 10, most of those storms are moving 65,
fast.
75 mile an hour. They're going to be here and gone before you know it,
Yeah.
and then it's over. Then you deal with it. Whereas these hurricanes, I mean, Jesus Christ, I mean, how long did that ice? They can hang for hours.
The flooding.
Mhm.
Well, and then what happens is even if you're not in the eye, but like you're on the backside of it, you get all that rain or whatever it may be, you still get the devastation of it. So I don't know. I just been following it a little bit.
I think I'm team tornado. I don't want nothing to do with that water shit.
Yeah, that's true. You're a hurricane?
I don't know. I think,
Situational. You're situational. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. But before we get to Dave, we're going to take a quick pause for the cause ad read brought to you by our buddy Chad Blessinger of Blessinger Insurance. At Blessinger Insurance, Chad Blessinger works to provide personalized, local insurance solutions that you can count on. From auto and home to farm and business coverage, Chad works with trusted carriers to offer policies that fit your unique needs. With decades of experience in serving Du Bois County and the surrounding southern Indiana area, Chad is dedicated to protecting what matters most to you. Whether you're seeking personal or commercial insurance, Chad is here to help. Give Chad a call today and see what he can do for you. And we're back. Big thank you, Chad. We appreciate it. Always good to see our buddy Chad Blessinger for all your insurance needs. Give him a call. Smoke Dragon, what say you here? What you been wondering about?
Well, we got the mice coming back in again, the
Uh-oh.
old smoker's lounge.
'Tis the season.
And I can't get my big ass up in this beautiful ceiling I put together because I didn't really. I mean, there's an access port, but my big ass ain't getting up there. It's hard to see since I painted everything, but there is one about 4 by 5, big sumbitch.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I'm allergic to cats.
Okay.
Been seeing lots of cats on TikTok, and god dang, they make me laugh. They're funny little bastards.
Oh yeah.
But I can't have cats because I'm allergic.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been doing some research. And apparently, ferrets hunt mice. So I'm thinking, boys, we need some shop ferrets for Smoker's Lounge. Did you ever see that movie, The Beastmaster? It had, did you ever see Beastmaster?
Yes.
He had them ferrets, and he'd be like, Poco Yoko, go over there and steal that guy's,
Poco Yoko.
he could see through the hawk's eyes. Oh, man. He was a bad mother trucker. But anyway, I Googled it, and apparently if you're allergic to cats, you can be allergic to ferrets, but you're not necessarily allergic to ferrets.
Oh yeah.
Now, I think they got a dander. They got a smell. It's not a dander.
And stink, Dave.
Yeah, so do mice.
Ferrets are. Oh,
I'm just saying we might have some ferrets running around here.
That'd be kind of cool.
they really stink.
What are you going to do to keep them, like, warm in the wintertime?
Well,
They're tough.
they're we're going to have a little electric heater going. We'll have to have a little heated bed for them.
Yeah.
But I think they're fun. So the neighbors had some in college, and they're fun critters.
Till they bite your fingertip off.
Justine's dad had ferrets. He had. He did.
So he's a ferret whisperer.
Yeah.
He's a ferret whisperer.
Anything you want to know about ferrets, you just need to.
Well,
Yeah,
I need to
ferrets
ask him how good of mousers they are. Because, I mean, I'm not trying to piss off PETA here, but I'm not going to overfeed them. Because I need him to kill the mice. You know what I mean?
You want them to hunt.
Well, what happens if they get out of the shop?
We're going to have, they probably will. So we got to feed them enough to know that there's a warm bed and
That they
Three
got it pretty
squares.
good here.
yeah. But I bet they'd be friendly on the
Are we
show.
going to put like?
Pants on them?
No.
I was thinking so.
Cedar shavings on the floor and everything? Just turn this into one big ass ferret.
Honky tonk?
Ferret pen.
No,
Just
no,
turn this
no.
whole ass shop into a goddamn ferret pen.
No, I think they'd be fun. They'd hang out, be sure everybody's safe.
What do you think the noises that they make?
I think it's probably like a squirrel. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like a squirrely sound. Maybe a couple screeches.
You think they bark?
No.
Not like a dog, like, "Arf, arf," but like a
Like a squirrel, like.
You think so?
like the
Hey,
turtle man guy.
we've had people have to fly a couch or a chair. These are ferret noises, people.
Hi, Green.
She's not a ferret.
She's not a ferret. She may be.
so much is digging. He's digging.
For a mouth.
Oh.
Well, I ain't heard no ferret communications yet.
Well, I'm just here to tell you. I think they'd be fun. I think they'd keep people that can't drive home safe. I think you could have attack ferrets.
Attack ferrets.
Yeah, little laser
Now, how much?
beams.
You got names figured out?
Well, they got to be real unique if we're going to have them.
Yeah.
But I think we got to have at least two. They're friendly. So maybe like Larry, Curly, and Mo.
Oh, they're like a herd animal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, pack animals. They're not
So,
a pack animal. But
You're
they
not
look-
gonna like want these ferrets to reproduce, are you? Like you going all males?
I ain't gonna watch ferrets in this shop. I ain't doing it.
Could the missus fix my ferrets? I bet she could.
I bet you could. Yeah.
Yeah, she could fix.
Well,
the
sure you
ferrets.
can neuter a ferret.
Well, I know you can. I'm asking if Janelle can. Can Janelle fix the ferret?
Oh, Janelle could fix anything.
We could probably record that. That'd be good content.
Yeah, I think. Just educational type.
We do it
thing.
right here on the table.
Just splay them out. Put the little ferret nuts, in the
Little
whatever you
ferret
do
nuts.
with ferret nuts, and
We'd keep them.
Yes, ferrets can be neutered, and it's highly recommended to do so unless you want to breed your pet.
because the only reason they don't say like ferrets is because you get them fixed. Nobody
Yeah.
fixes their rabbits.
Rabbits. No, we could talk to our buddy Curtis Crow. He could be our official supplier of ferrets.
Does he have ferrets?
No, but instead of raising meat rabbits, he could raise us
Oh.
ferrets.
The old ferret captain.
Yeah. Yeah, ferret captain.
Hey, did you see his idols coming to Evansville?
Yeah.
Old Dusty Slade.
Oh, I did see that.
Waiting to figure out how he's going to ferret himself into that
Justine got tickets to a comedian that she's seen on TikTok.
one. Oh,
But I don't know who he is. It's in Louisville.
Good.
Big crowd work guy. So hopefully I can get up front and get
Oh.
roasted.
By the way, on YouTube, somebody called you a unit, and I don't know if we take a unit to be bad or good.
Oh, like
I
what's
saw
like
that.
in
I
what
got-
direction?
It was like look at that unit, or an absolute unit.
Yeah, that's a
Guys are rocket.
that's a
compliment.
That's a compliment.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll have to search.
So, are you guys afraid of ferrets or allergic
No,
to ferrets?
no,
So
no,
you'd be
no.
fine if you
They're
had
biting.
ferrets.
They're biting bastards.
They're
though.
not if they're it's just friendly biting, just little love.
How do
love
you?
nibbles.
I mean, how are we going to get them to be hunting?
How
mice,
much
though?
time have you spent around ferrets in your real life?
7 or 8 minutes. But I watched
enough to know.
Beastmaster probably 15 times as a
Yeah,
kid.
he's got it all figured out. I see no fault in this logic.
Now, see, I would,
Beastmaster. That's just
they
wild
can
to
ride
say.
around in the side by side with me if I get one.
You got to
If
get
not,
like a ferret cart.
Yeah,
yeah,
and a
little
leash.
cage. No leashes. My ferrets will be trained.
You got to get them little shot
Is that
collars.
right?
Did you? There's a guy that does kind of like Ozzy reviews, and he talks about animals. He
Yeah.
calls them farts.
Farts. Holy shit! This is
Oh,
wild.
I love it.
The
Shop
play
ferrets.
ferrets.
Shop ferrets.
Have you heard of the woman named Glorilla?
No.
You ought to hear her talk. It's a wild deal.
Yeah,
Anyway,
Anyway,
shop ferrets all in.
raccoons will also hunt mice
Well, of
if they're
course-
hungry
of
enough.
course they will.
So that would be the secondary is raccoons.
Well,
then-
Janelle can fix those. 'cause
Then
she did it
Hornet
for
can
Mr.
help me
Sophie.
out. But I don't think raccoons are as good to people. As
No, they
much
can be
as
pretty
ferrets
vicious.
are. And if ferrets get vicious, their teeth are so teeny tiny.
Yeah,
Needles.
Well, we can probably do something about that. Get them little mouth guards.
Yeah, we could sew them little. We could get them some muzzles.
Sew their little mouths shut.
Hold on.
Do you remember that the Scrooge movie?
Oh,
Now, see, that's a laughing part.
Are they doing it?
no, it's just one. It's just one ass ferret.
How great would that be to have a little ferret hanging out, just laughing at all our jokes?
Sitting over there.
No, just sitting right here,
Sitting
drinking
right
a beer,
there.
laughing.
Would you give the ferrets beer?
No, but if they ask for one, maybe.
Special occasions only.
Yeah, maybe.
What video did I get called a unit on there?
I don't remember. Just have to get. It's a recent one. It's the Bill Murray's The Scrooge, where and he's like, they're trying to put antlers on the mice, and he's like, well, staple them to their heads because the tape kept unsticking.
Jesus Christ, David.
I think ferrets would be great for the Wondering
I
Dutchman.
mean, whatever we gotta do.
Could you imagine the merch?
yeah, like the Wondering, like. It's not behind us. Yeah, we're gonna need that banner.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, so
Can we read those results?
I love YouTube.
I love you too.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
He said he loves YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh, I thought he said I love you too.
I love you too, buddy.
I love you too.
I spend a lot of time on YouTube.
All right, guys.
There we go.
Anyway, that's where I've been.
Hey, I love it. I'm all in on shop ferrets,
Shop ferrets.
especially if we can name them.
I'm in too.
There we go.
You guys are in. I'm in.
Sounds
We'll
like
just name them after us.
Okay.
We'll tattoo a little mustache on one of them. We'll shave one of them, and then I'll staple a little pair of rose-colored glasses.
turquoise. Got a turquoise shade.
Wow.
Where's little Dave at? Hold on. Let me see. Oh, there he is. He's dragging that turquoise chain. Hey, it is time for the Merkley and Sons Choice Cut question of the week for the fellas. Brought to you by Merkley and Sons. It's chili season, baby. Our buddies at Merkley and Sons should be your first stop this chili season. One, you can get the meats you need for your chili and probably some seasonings too. The second reason, you can get some of those extra things that go well with a bowl of chili. Like, for instance, you can have a good old thick slice of cracker bologna, a snap dog, a frank, or even a Merkley seasoned patty on the side of your chili. Some may say that chili soup is enough of a meal itself. Well, those people probably don't enjoy life. Get over to Merkley's today and see the fellas and get what you need for chili season. All right, fellas, I've got some Halloween-oriented questions.
Oh, yeah.
What's
Halloweeny.
the worst costume idea you've ever had or seen? worst costume?
I sat in a lawn chair with my mom last year and handed out candy to the trick-or-treaters. And the worst costume I have ever seen are those punk-ass kids that walk up literally like in street clothes with a Walmart sack.
Because they're too cool for school.
Yeah, and they say, trick or treat. And my mom always roasts them like, you're lucky I'm nice. And gives them like one Tootsie Roll. And then she says, like, get off my lawn. That's stupid.
You know what we ought to do if we figure out this wagon for trick or treat? We ought to get some kids to dress up like ghost bees. And then we would know that they're a bunch of boobies. Like, ooh.
This is wild, boy.
Dave, what you got?
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen bad costumes. I don't pay a whole lot of attention. I mean, because that's not a costume. What you're talking about, just punk ass kids,
Right. That's a generic answer.
Yeah, maybe Wyatt a couple years ago just put on like a cape off of a costume over top his regular clothes. That's pretty poor.
Maxwell dressed up like a banana last year.
Now, see, that is good.
Fitting for Maxwell.
Yeah.
Fitting.
I'm a banana.
Would you rather? Here we go. Scariest horror.
You didn't
movie?
answer the question, Casey.
Well,
Not only are you reading these questions, you're still involved in this game.
I know. I would say like the old school plastic like rubber mask that you can barely breathe or see out
Now,
of.
see,
Those are
that's
tough.
commitment.
Yeah, I mean you're dedicated to the craft. There's no doubt about it. Scariest horror movie villain: Michael Myers or Freddy Krueger?
Well, see, Freddy was just kind of like a slasher killer. Michael was
But
more,
he could go into your dreams, couldn't he?
yeah, but Michael was that son bitch just went. He come out of anywhere. He was right there.
But he was alive, right? I've never really watched it.
Yeah.
That makes Freddy Krueger more scary because he's in your dreams. I can shoot at him after, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
The
Well,
problem is
Michael's been shot 200 times and still ain't dead yet. So
Well, maybe they're shitty
until him
shots.
and Jason got into it, and then
See, I've never seen any of those movies.
yeah, me neither.
Who's
No.
Jason?
Voorhees? Nightmare on Elm Street.
Wait, I thought that was
That's
Freddy
Freddy.
Krueger.
Jason Voorhees. He's a killer. Hockey mask, big knife.
Oh, he's the hockey mask guy.
Who was the
yeah.
one you brought up? Who was the other one you brought up?
Michael Myers. He's
Which
the
one's
one in
he?
Halloween with Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
That's the one where you saw a titty.
He's got the white mask and
That's
the
the
hair.
hockey mask.
No, it's
No.
Oh, he had the Captain Kirk mask.
no.
Uh-huh.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Okay.
What?
Captain Kirk from the original Star Trek. That's who the mask is.
Yes, on
That
Mike.
guy.
Yeah, kind of that pale white. Would you rather spend a night in a haunted house or a cemetery?
That's Michael Myers.
Captain Kirk mask.
Didn't know that.
Cemetery or what?
Haunted house.
Well,
like not like a
Well, not a
Courthouse
roadside
catacomb.
attraction. Yeah.
yeah,
like a-
but talking like a legit like we believe there's to be ghost activity here.
Oh, give me the cemetery.
I'd take the haunted house over the cemetery. Haunted cemetery or not haunted?
Haunted cemetery. They're both
Haunted
haunted.
house.
Shit.
Haunted house.
I don't. Why in the house?
Yeah. There ain't going to be dead people coming out of the ground. I'm telling you what, I'd have a heart attack with this age and the shape that I'm in now if a hand reached up and grabbed my ankle.
That'd be tough.
But there is the tombs. You can hide in one of the mausoleums, I mean.
Yeah, until you're trapped inside with one.
One or two.
I think the cemetery is a better bet because if you got to go, you can go. Like you can get gone. The house, there's different traps. There's downfalls to it.
No, okay, yeah. If it's a free range cemetery, like you can just leave, yeah, put me in the cemetery.
Friday the 13th was
There's a camp in that one.
Jason Voorhees. That was his.
Yeah, the summer camp.
Friday the 13th.
Pretty sure there was a titty in that one.
Really?
You're pretty dedicated to that titty.
Yeah.
Sexy costumes, fun or cliche?
Ooh. Depends on where you're at. Now, if you're at IU back in like 2003, no, wait a minute. 2006, 2007, I was all in on them slutty costumes. There's a lot of cat women and nurses running around up there that were pretty easy on the eyes.
Yeah, I'd say situational. Somebody shows up to Sunday service in a slutty Halloween costume. Well, there's probably some alarms to be thrown there. But
Yeah.
if you're at a good old shindig somewhere,
Right. Yeah. Mhm.
hey, you know what? More power to you. It's America.
Yeah.
Worst Halloween candy to get as an adult.
Candy corn.
What?
Candy corn. That shit's
Dots.
trash.
Oh,
Dots.
I love dots and I love candy corn.
Jenna loves dots. I hate. Okay, how about those little toffees, the orange and brown paper?
Oh, I like those.
You are a nut job.
I do. I've got a bad sweet tooth.
That look like the. Ooh, yeah, I know what you're at. Tastes like wax.
Yeah, chalky.
Yeah.
Real chalky.
Yeah, I
Tastes like wax.
I don't know if there's a candy. Oh, bits of honey.
Oh, no, I like those.
I don't
Yeah.
like them.
We'd always give them to the horses to get them to when they were doing well. You just slide them a bit of honey in there.
Just like that. Vampires or werewolves? Which one would you fear more?
Did you say werewolf? Or is there a was there?
Werewolves.
I don't like werewolves, but vampires are pretty scary too. I don't know, man. I think vamps are a little scarier, dude. I don't know, but them werewolves are pretty nutty. I don't know.
Man, the werewolves are big.
Yeah,
Like
are.
they stand on their back haunches. I think they're 10-footers.
Yeah, but like werewolves.
From here on, I will never say wolf again.
No, it's woof. They can vamps can they can climb the walls and fly and shit, turn into a bat.
Yeah. Oh, here's the worst part. Okay, you get bit by a vampire, you become a vampire.
Right.
Wait, that's the same thing with a werewolf.
Yeah. I love it. Is that how it works? If you
As long as I think you're whole, like if they rip you to shreds, you're not going to make it. But I'm pretty sure that's how werewolves get made, is getting attacked by another werewolf.
I thought it was something you were just born with. Like on a certain part of the moon.
No, that's another. No, werewolves turn into wolves when it's a full moon in the moonlight.
I see. What about you, Casey?
I think it would probably be neither. Situational, jackass. Would you play? Final question here. Would you play with a Ouija board if given the chance?
Not a chance. No.
There's always one in the neighborhood.
I'd throw that son of a bitch in the trash. That's the devil's work. No way.
It's
Are you
fake.
really believe that?
everybody?
100%.
Everybody just pushes it.
Nope.
Like, what's backing you? I mean, you're very adamant about this.
Absolutely not.
Why?
Because it's a portal to the devil.
You really believe that?
100% full wholeheartedly. Yes.
Why?
It's a Milton Bradley game.
Exactly.
It's like Monopoly.
No. It's the Ouija board. I don't know, man. I don't around with it. No. I'm all out.
Like, it's just that thought of it
Yeah.
that
I
it
know,
could be.
I know people that have done it. Yes. But I would never.
And somebody was probably pushing it.
That's all right.
Yeah.
You believe you and I believe me. I'm
So
out.
did the people that playing it that you know, did they have any issues?
I mean, yeah, the goddamn thing moved. Like when they had their whole ass hands on there. Yeah. I'm out. What you got here, sassafras?
Nothing. I just.
That's the devil's work.
I'm out on them too. There's no reason to take a chance. I need as much of the good
I mean,
Lord
I'm
as I
not.
can
I'm
get.
not out on them because I think they're the devil's work. I just think that they're like a roadside attraction, like a gimmick is what I'm looking for. Gimmick.
Oh, gimmick. They're
I
a
don't
gimmick.
think there's any, horse fuckery going on there.
No.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Till
Oh,
you
well,
wake
we're not
up.
going to find out.
Yeah.
We shall see. If anybody's had a
Well,
real,
where do you stand on Magic 8 balls?
Well, that's fine. All that is a damn. It's the same thing. No, it ain't. That's a goddamn
gyroscope and
Yeah, it's just a damn dice floating around and some blue goo in there.
Speaking of blue goo,
Ouija's the shittiest board game ever made. It's a whole ass board game with one piece and no dice.
Yeah, I'm out.
there we go. Anyways, hey, it's time. We've reached the end of the show. We thank you for joining us here on this Wednesday or whenever you're listening to us. We're going to take one more trip around the table. Maybe the fellas have some insight for today's episode or something they're looking forward to on Friday's show. But it's time for the last pass, brought to you by Southern Indiana Hardwoods.
Southern Indiana hardwoods is kind of like a Swiss Army knife. They sell the Green Mountain pellet grills. They sell the accessories for the grills. They sell the amazing pellets. And guess what? They also sell heating pellets. Listen, there's more than one way to keep warm in the upcoming cold season. One of them is with Southern Indiana Hardwoods heating pellets. Reach out to Nick today and see how you can better utilize this alternative heating source.
Big fella, we got.
Well, I just want to wish everybody because when's this come out?
The 17th.
Oh, okay.
No, the 16th.
Yeah, so we got a little bit of time before Halloween, but yeah, get your Halloweens. Hey, get your pumpkin. Let the kids do some pumpkin carving. Ellie wants to carve some pumpkins. She's all in on those. Keep your stick on the ice. Enjoy the fall weather. Pray for Courtney. Courtney's going through some shit right now with if you guys follow that her journey on Facebook, she's dealing with a literal head to toe rash that's just painful and itchy and unbearable that is part of the clinical medicine that she's trying to battle with, but she's posted some photos of that, guys, and it looks just pure hell. Like if there's anything that anybody could, positive vibes that you could send their way, just do it. I don't know. That's all I got. Happy Halloweeny. Peace, love, and positivity. Smoke Dragon, what you got?
Fall feels like it's here. We're going to have a few warm days left, I'm sure, but it feels like it's upon us. And as excited as I get for fall, I also recognize that that's the beginning. That's what starts the seasonal depression season.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, be proactive. Make yourself a plan to, put on a card night with the neighborhood and or close friends there. Get out of the house and visit somebody. Just make you a plan to be a little social as the old man winter comes in and tries to keep you hunkered down. And, keep your stick on the ice there, as old Big Miss likes to say.
That's right.
Big thank you to Gaslight, Lights by Logan, Blessner Insurance, Merkley & Sons, and, of course, Southern Indiana Hardwoods. We appreciate all you being on board. If you listen to this show, the best way you can support us is by supporting them, especially Lights by Logan, because we'll show up to your house to drink a beer and tree hop.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We're committed to it. We are committed to it. Not a whole lot here on my end. Just the fall time is my favorite. It was a favorite of my mother's and always brings up those memories. But like Dave said, it also, I noticed tonight I brought Ryan home from Biddy Soccer over there at the Y. He's probably the biggest 4-year-old in there. The kid's stacked. Which we can only hope, probably Coach B hopes too, that he could be about 6'2", 6'3", and size he is. But anyways, you get home about 7:45, 7:50, and it's dark.
Oh, yeah.
It sneaks up on you quick. Days are going to get shorter. So enjoy what you can, but, also be mindful. Football season is getting here towards the end. Get out, be amongst the crowd. Basketball season's right around the corner too. Plus, you got playoff baseball, but we're not a sports podcast, Dave. So,
right.
Hey, with that, we're going to see you on Friday. As always, we appreciate it. And with that, Dutchman out.